Champion, we are back. Got Vodafly right here. SM6, Summer Madness 6 URLs, Super Bowl event for the year. My initial thoughts, pay-per-view was improved. My pay-per-view was pretty good. They added commentary. Michael Hughes and Norbs, to me, did a good job. And Michael Hughes is one of the people that I looked after, you know, trying to make champions, stuff like that. So he will be here at some point in time throughout this year. Overall event, it didn't feel like SM6, Vada, or Summer Madness, excuse me, until the end of the event, or until Hitman started spitting. I didn't get the chills. This is not better than SM2, obviously, and that's just high. It's way high up there. This wasn't better than SM1. This wasn't better than SM4. URL set the stage, but I don't think the battlers, for the most part, a lot of them didn't bring it. How do you feel?
Well, first of all, welcome back. We on the miles and on that yak. Salute to Shannon.
Mr. Shannon
We on
Sharp.
the Black and Miles and that yak.
But the Alcohol Mrs. Rose, right?
We on the miles and we on that yak. First of all, welcome back. First and
Appreciate
foremost, like you said, Summer Madness 6 was it was an event that sold out the day of when I was actually at the venue, and it sold out. And a lot of people were there. They had a couple fans freestyling in the beginning of the event. You know, some guys. They just picked some people out the crowd, let some people like, you know, pseudo battle against each other.
Yeah.
I thought that was real positive. Then they had a surprise battle.
Okay.
New Jersey Twork versus Cortez. You know, on Champion, I wanted Cortez.
We all
wanted Cortez to be on Summer Madness. Him and New Jersey Twork, they had a battle. Obviously, people will see when the footage comes out. I felt like both of them did their thing. Could have been a little bit better, but the battle overall is pretty decent. I mean, so when we see it, it'll come out. But overall, you know, the event, I'm going to say it was on a scale of 1 to 10, 7.5-ish, maybe an 8. It was a good event. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad event.
Do you think Cortez versus New Jersey Twork will change my overall opinion of the event?
It will probably stay about the same. It's one of them things where it's not gonna change your overall opinion of the event. But I mean, it was a good surprise battle. I mean, for me, because Cortez really did his numbers, and New Jersey Twork had a good round or two in there too. But overall, it was a good battle. I liked the battle though.
All right, JC versus Rum Nitty. JC, let me talk to you for a second. JC.
Go.
I'm one of the guys. You know, it's nice to have me to critique you because I'll be fair with you. You know what I mean? I gave you some hurdles to hip hop. You know what I mean? And I've said a few things that you need to do this, you need to do that, and you've been accomplishing a lot of that. You took care of the stage. You beaten your last opposition. You beaten this opposition. I don't think I'm gonna count you out against your next opposition. You're scoring buckets non-stop. I apologize, sir. You did your numbers. You won this battle clearly. However, a lot of you guys in the media are saying Rum Nitty died. He did not die. I felt Rum Nitty had a good first and third round. On top of that, JC, for me, he was kind of spitting long, but again, I felt like Rum Nitty was like, go ahead. Rum Nitty, battle rapper, that's not something you do. Do not let your opponent keep going, especially JC, the guy that's consistent every round and he makes everything count. You already said in the beginning, letter. I want y'all to hear every letter. He wants you to hear every single thing he's saying. His clarity is why he's doing what he's doing.
Now, like you said, JC and Rum Nitty, that's going to be one of the battles off of this card that turns out to be one of the really good ones. I feel like JC's transitions from bar to bar to bar were spectacular. Now, the thing is, I feel like at times, and I said this while I was thinking and in recaps, that people wanted to see JC win a little bit more than they wanted to see Rum Nitty lose. So it was like a lot of people, some people that actually just was there to see JC win regardless of what he said. Now that's not gonna take anything away from what he did in the performance that he had, but like you said, we're not gonna take away from what Rum Nitty did. He had 3 good rounds. His third, I felt like he actually got the third. Second was questionable, but his third, I felt like the third was fire, but JC was consistent all 3 rounds on a big stage. That was the biggest question, was could he overcome that obstacle, and was that going to be a hurdle to him? And he pretty much clearly walked through that.
Hold on, let me say something. I don't trust JC. Now, I'm thinking about the Justice League. I'm thinking about Batman. You know how Batman, when he had his team, he had a way to defeat everybody on his team. Did JC write a master's plan for writer's block. He's undefeated versus writer's block, is it not? Chef Trez
undefeated versus everybody. So,
okay, all right. We can shut it down right there.
If you're talking about URL wise, I know that the battle with Bigg K, RBE, salute to RBE, but I mean on URL this year, I mean
he must have been. So what Rum Nitty said about sparring, you can land and punch who you sparring with, made a little sense to me, JC. I'm like, come on you. But the next one, T-Top versus Av. Av won. I'm not going to dig too deep into Av. Av went on record already saying that he might have lost this one. He was on Hip Hop Israel at 15 Minutes of Fame. I get them confused. My apologies, guys. I apologize. But I felt like he had a good first round.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the battle is overall, Av did Av, but sometimes doing you isn't good enough to beat the person that's in front of you. You know what I mean? He did his numbers. The punches was there. He had 3, good rounds. It wasn't no bad rounds, but T-Top elevated. That's the thing. He took what he did in his goods performance, and he built on it. If he's going to use angles, if he's going to use punches, he's going to step his level up. His energy was there, and it was like every time Av had a good round, T-Top had a little bit more. T-Top had a little bit more. So on camera, it kind of looks like T-Top consistently won the battle.
So T-Top was more of a top tier.
He was more of a top tier.
The overall package. And I felt like with Av's style, his back-to-back punches, the one thing I praised him for back in, I think, 2016, he was back-to-back landing haymakers. It seems like the accuracy of his punches is a little lower now. It's dropping. It's not every time anymore. He's going like 1 every 5. 1 every 5, and it's not as effective as it was before.
Right. So when the consistency in the material, which is, I get what you're saying, when the consistency isn't as pertinent as it was, now you have what you're creating as dry spots. Because when you're a puncher and you consistently punch, if a punch doesn't land, you've automatically created a dry spot. Now, that's not saying that his performance was bad, because he had really solid material, but T-Top, like you said, he's an angler. So if he has things that he wants to use against you, he took angles that his last 2 opponents used and used them better than they did. You know what I mean? Like it was really T-Top, one of his best performances since probably Math Hoffa. You know what I mean? And he showed that if he's in front of you and he's focused on you, it's going to be a good battle.
Yeah, King, and I gotta apologize to T-Top too. I had T-Top losing. I was talking mad crap to T-Top. I don't know if I was tweaking him or something, messaging him or something. Like, T-Top, you're gonna lose. Av is dangerous. You're gonna come back and punch your head off. And here we are, shaking my hand, sir, you won. Cool, okay, cool. But Cam, it's gonna come out on Cam, so we'll see, bro. We'll double check it.
Black him out for T-Top.
Briz versus Calicoe. Give me a second.
It was supposed to be a crazy one.
This was not a crazy one at all. I gotta be 100% honest. And this might sound away to both of these guys, but if I could give out 2 L's, I would, but I can't. The rules are rules.
Go.
The only enjoyable round in this entire battle was the first, and that was from Calicoe.
Go.
I mean, I have Calicoe winning, but it's like, did you really win? Like, does his stock go up after this?
No.
I mean, and it's like, it's like 2 guys trying to win a Special Olympics race. That's
and and Calicoe does not have a history of histrionic or bad performances. You know what I mean? His performances are usually at a superior elite level when he battles guys. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting the loaded Lux. I'm expecting Calicoe that I've seen on levels before. And the same thing with Briz, because Briz was coming off of 3 or 4 consistently very good battles. Now, there are some intangibles that went into this battle that weren't seen on camera as far as being in the venue. The microphones was going.
We saw that.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the pay-per-view, but when Briz first went, the microphones are cutting in and out. Then he had to start all over again. And, that takes a little bit of momentum away from the performance. But overall, I'm not saying that either one of them had a phenomenal performance. Except, Calicoe's first round was good. You know what I mean? He had a little champion line in there. It was good. I mean, I liked what he did in some of his rounds, and I like what Briz did in some of his too. But overall, battle was underwhelming.
Do you feel like Calicoe was trying to get into Briz's head before the battle started? He kept saying all these little things. He's not ready. He's not the mic stuff, and that took away from Briz's overall performance. Like, he's not top. He's not used to this. I've been here. Like,
it's what you're supposed to do. Remember when T-Top battle Goods?
Yeah.
When Goods starts talking to him, I'll throw my drink on you, I'll snuff you right now. It's what you're supposed to do. If you can rattle somebody's cage before they start rapping, now your performance is a little bit off. Now you're not moving.
But I thought Briz at a point, and to me, Briz the overall package. He's one of those guys that has all those things. I didn't think that would rattle him, and I feel like it did a little bit.
Right.
I was.
But the only individual of historical proportion that he stood in front of besides Calicoe to this point was Arsenal, who didn't care. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So when you take that and cement it with a Calicoe, you know what I mean? You have a situation like this. Now I'm not saying that that's the direct reason why this battle did not turn out to be what it was, but he knew before he went into this battle that he wasn't just. He should have known that he wasn't going to just walk through Calicoe. But I'm saying I felt like I liked the second round. I did like his second round. I did. That's just me personally.
I was looking for a crazy one. I couldn't find it. I'm sorry.
There was a lot of battles on this card. This wasn't your favorite one?
This wasn't my favorite one, Briz. You lied to me. Briz, I need a receipt because I'm returning this battle. Smack, you can drop this battle 3 months down the line. That's how we can wait on this one.
Smacking Beasley in the trunk.
Yeah, you never find it. I can wait on this one. You know, listen. I got pay per view. I can watch 3 times right now if I want to, but I'm not. I only watched it 1 time. I ain't quoting nothing. I'm in the quotes at the third round. When Calicoe said he flipped the hash from like,
oh yeah.
I'm trying to get it around anybody. I'm like, listen,
I'm trying to find
whoever say something, you got the battle, you got the round. Like,
I give it to you.
Calicoe said that. I'm like, okay, you got it, Calicoe, you got it.
Right. So no black and miles for that battle.
Yeah, not at all. And this is what took. And I'm disappointed because Calicoe's the one that gives you the feel of SM.
Right. I started to feel like Summer Madness again.
That's his quote. Like I didn't get that.
You didn't feel like Summer Madness.
I didn't feel like Summer Madness with this battle, Calicoe. Like, I'll be real. And Briz, you could have walked away with another one.
Clean.
You could have been calling out Holla the Don. I don't think Holla the Don is looking for you after this battle.
No.
Right now. Maybe you're next. Maybe you battle again and you cleared 3-0 him. Like, T-Top came back and he fixed himself. People looking for T-Top. So if you come back and you beat... But Holla right now, I don't think he's looking for you.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like some fans were probably flabbergasted by this battle because you went in there with the thought that this battle was probably going to be a classic, because, Calicoe, he comes in there, he's got this acclaim, he's a phenomenal MC, he's done it for years, and you got Briz, who's been burning down MCs left and right, and you just thinking like, hey, this is going to be the one, and when it comes out like this, it's like, we're left feeling, not good about it, so.
Hitman Holla versus K-Shine, and,
oh my God.
Tech 9 ain't here, I don't know if you had K-Shine. Did you have K-Shine, sir?
There's
who had K-Shine? Where the files at?
I had K-Shine.
Ah!
I did.
Hitman Holla shake my hand. K-Shine shake my hand too. But you K-Shine, I've been said this to him. I said this to him on YouTube. I said, listen, K-Shine, are you taking these battles? It's taken away from you. And this clearly showed him taking battles the day before, the week before, the month before.
That was the
him being on tour.
On tour. And you know what? I had him on Champion, but on my personal, when I did like my last little recap, I seen that he was battling the day before. I had him not winning. I'm gonna stick with what I had because the thing is, going into this battle, Hitman Holla is not a person you just get off the couch and you're gonna beat. And you can't battle the day before, the night before. I said it on somewhere else. You don't see Tom Brady playing flag football the night before the Super Bowl, So these battles. These bags, we don't even call them battles anymore. We call them bags. These bags.
I've been giving people names, give A-Bird, Pay-Bird, Big T,
Pay-Shine. Now it's Pay-Shine.
Pay-Shine, listen. We already know about this.
Hey, that's the new one. Now it's Pay-Shine.
Pay-Shine.
To go and battle Hitman Holla was almost dreadful. And the reason why I say that is because you're not Hitman Holla's biggest battle. You are not his. But he is yours. So it takes an amount of respect that makes you think, hey, I should be packing my lunch for this battle. I should be getting a little bit of extra sleep the night before. I should be taking extra steps to try to win. And I mean, I
don't think he did.
I don't think those steps.
I don't think it was there. I possibly can debate the third round, maybe for Sean. Other than that, this could be a 2-1, a 3-0 in Hitman Holla's favor. And me and Hitman Holla go back and forth. I critique him. I say certain things, we fuck out here, Jay Black. I'm not trying to hear that, Jay. Well, you trying to hear me today because I think this is clearly in your favor, and you are one of the reasons why this felt like his opening bars. I'm not gonna repeat them. His opening bars gave me chills. Like this is Summer Madness.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it feels good. And then K-Shine went, and it seemed like he was on a track with his flow. It just they're
using this. They're using
feeling
this
was
flow.
gone.
They're using this flow.
Didn't I like the feel?
And the thing is, all right, I've said it, but I want to put it here on Champion. It's the platform. They're using this flow where it's like I put two hands in together. That's a high five. Then I put the arm out the window.
Yeah.
That's a drive by.
Yeah.
Then I get the waving that arm. That's a bye bye. These lines that you're using with this repetitive flow is not gonna beat a Hitman who's gunning for you. You know, he had his brother jump in. It was just, he was talking about himself with his legacy. I mean, and when the thing is that a lot of people don't know is when Hitman came out, he was getting booed. They were booing him before he even hit the stage.
We saw it, yeah. Because this time thing, Beezy came on stage, they showed everything on the pay-per-view. Beezy came on stage, said we got a time problem. Everybody assumed it was because of Hitman Holla.
Yes.
Like, Hitman, you pulling this again, Hitman?
Yes.
We gotta pay you $50K to battle when you talking about you got 2 minutes of run. We don't wanna hear that.
Right.
What are you talking about?
So before he even comes out, he's getting booed. Booed. And when he came out, he has his crew with him, and once he starts getting to his rounds, the boos stopped. And they started to pick up. And the thing is, Hitman Holla, round by round, he started to pick up. Mm-hmm. And Shines he had spots, but it was going up and down. Roller coaster. And while he was doing that, and then Bigg T jumped in around. I don't know why would you have Bigg T jump in when...
Bigg T didn't even want to repeat himself. Bigg T didn't even want to repeat. They said, then I feel in that. Yo, go ahead. Finish it by yourself, bro.
But he had the best...
Finish it by yourself, bro.
He had the best freestyler in the world standing right next to him, though.
Should have grabbed DNA.
If somebody's gonna jump in, DNA should have jumped in. But Bigg T.
He could have rebutted his brother. And did Hitman win without a remix?
What? No, did he win without a remix? Did he win without? There was no remix.
He didn't win without a remix.
Was no remix.
You on there with that mile and that yak?
He got the black and mild and the yak for Hitman Holla. Black and mild. Hitman Holla.
I gotta praise you for this one, man.
He definitely gets a black and mild and a yak.
The black and mild award.
And that yak for Hitman Holla because he definitely and it just seemed, but the thing is, I will give Shine credit for his third round.
Yeah.
Creative. He had the game show angle.
Beautiful.
It was a lot of things that he did in the third. If he had 3 third rounds, this would be a debatable, it would be a classic.
And this is the problem to me, because like in my list of lists, in my dangerous list, a focused K-Shine is somewhat unstoppable. I would kind of put him in a category with Lux. A focused K-Shine. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the one that did what he did with Verb.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's back to back, haymaker punch. He moves a different way.
Yeah, it's
not a track. It's not a macho Camacho DNA. It's a feel that he gives off. He's not rushed through material. He got it down packed. And this was not that at all. And this is why it came to the way it did.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's accredited to the amount of times that they battled prior to this battle. I think when you're trying to consistently think of all of these lines for all of these battles, and then you have a big battle, you can only it's repetition. When you're doing it so much, it's like I think that his material versus Holla might have took a L or might have took a little bit of sazon less because he was trying to cook 5 plates at the same time. You know what they
what did
Lux
change his old red battle with this battle? He's moving the exact same way.
Exactly. Is your money being longer,
or if your lifespan, battle rap lifespan being
shorter?
This is a big one for you, Sean. Get your money though, man. I ain't trying to stop none of you battle rappers from getting your money. All I'm saying is that when you have a heavyweight championship bout, just give that 2 months breathing room or a month.
Got to.
You know, it's that simple. Get your money, battle 10 different times. I ain't trying to stop that over here, champion. But heavyweight bouts, 2 months prep, no sex the night before.
You know,
Holla versus Twork.
Oh man.
First of all, I want to thank Holla And I want to thank Twork for giving me something to save the event. And I want to say this right now. Classic. Also want to say this right now. Battle of the year. This felt like a competition. This felt like a competitive bout. I felt like there was two, heavyweights just swinging blows at each other. I'm getting this right. I'm getting.
Go.
Beautiful.
And that's the reason why when you ask me in correlation of what I think the overall event was, you take Twork and Holla off the card.
Don't say that. Don't say
We're not
that.
gonna do that. So when I can proudly say I was happy
going in
I
right
left
now.
the card.
I've been going in right now. You take the
I left the battle overall, regardless of how we explain or it goes down, gets a black and mild from me because I left as a satisfied customer. You know what I mean? These guys came, they both brought it. The energy was there, the rounds, the building was shaking. That was the heavyweight fight. That was what Mayweather and Pacquiao was supposed to be. You know what I mean? It was definitely a clash. Now let's get into it. What do you think?
All right. First round. I felt Holla had, to me, he had the more definitive moments. Twork was consistent, but I liked more of what Holla had to give. You know what I mean? I feel like Twork can heat up until his last few in terms of heavyweight punches. I felt like Holla, he gave me different varieties, and I felt like his stuff was tailored. I'm not saying you gotta do an angle and stuff like that, but I feel like his material, these artifacts, like it was tailored for Twork as opposed to Twork in the first round, only in the first, because Twork definitely fixed this along the way, but in the first round, it wasn't really tailored for Holla. And in a heavyweight bout like this, you want your opposition to hurt in a different type of way. So I gave Holla the first.
I agree. I can agree with you in some aspects to that, where you have Rock. I'm in the building, so it's two different battles that we're watching, but it's the same battle at the same time, and he grabbed the energy from the beginning.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. That was
winning the coin toss and saying I couldn't gun bar him to death. It's shaking now. Decibels. If a 5 is a category 5 hurricane, the building is shaking now. Nobody thought that he would go first. We're like, going first against
Rebuttal guy?
I guess the rebuttal guy.
Rebuttal guy?
So
Flipperachi?
So overall, regardless of which direction the individual goes with this, I personally, the line after line after line and how Rock had that building shaking, it's personally, I liked what he did. And when I looked at most of the in-the-building recaps by some of the bigger name bloggers who were in the building, they felt, and along with me, I felt like I preferred Rock's first over Hollow's because Holla had moments. He had some fire moments and the material was good and he definitely was with it on his game. But there were some moments where they weren't hitting as hard. They hit, but it was like, the hat thing, take out another hat. And Rock didn't have there was no dull moments. Now, I know you're saying material catered towards his man, but I'm going with line for line for line.
I felt like Rock was jabbing more, and I felt like even though Holla was missing, when he did connect with the hooks, it hit a little harder for me.
Right. And then when the determining factor for me was I liked the way he ended his first round.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I like that. That was just personally to me, but this is all opinionated at the end of the day, and that's why we have these debates and we go back and forth about who we feel like did what. You know what I mean?
So because the first round was kind of the way I'm thinking about it now was kind of deciding factor. The second round now, I want to award Twork maybe if I don't want to award you yet. I'm gonna do my research to make sure I'm saying the right thing. But this was, I'm gonna repeat the bar. Another one. That was probably one of the top 5 bars, schemes, however you want to say it, haymakers of the year. Clearly.
Crazy. No, that was crazy.
I was walking away with that from the whole event. Like I was expecting something like that from Hitman.
That was crazy.
And Rock gave that.
That was crazy.
I felt like Holla kind of matched him a little bit in the second round too. But clearly, I thought Twork took the second round.
I did. I liked his second because I felt like even though some people may have felt divided about the first, some people gave the first to Holla, some people gave the first to Rock. I respect all opinions. I feel like after the first, he felt like it was a little pressure and he had to essentially turn up to try to get the second or at least make this battle a classic. So I felt like when he started going through everything and when he got to that, it was like building was rocking, and I felt like Hollow had a really good second too. He was jabbing back. This is a heavyweight bout here, you know.
I felt like it,
and I felt like, to me personally, this round here, fire round. Now, me personally, I felt like this was Rock's best round. And Hollow had a good round too, but I felt like this was his best round, and to me, that's why I edged the second to him. So I'm going into the third.
In the second round, this is I'm watching. I'm like Twork, where are you going? Like, it's a call about 20 to 30 seconds. Then he ended it. I'll punch him in Luigi
mustache.
I'm cracking up, dog. I'm on the floor. I'm like,
right.
To me, that was one of the hardest lines too. But third round now. I thought this round was clear too.
I thought
consensus might have it clear too.
Clear.
I felt like in terms of Twork moving to God, because he's at the top of the top tiers now. He's the elite right now. We know that. But in terms of moving to God tier, he has closed better.
Right.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm looking at the chess match, probably the match before that. Going into Disaster, we'll get into that. He got to close the battle a little bit better. And if he does that, he could be, beating everybody.
Right.
This battle would look way different if he closed better.
Right.
I felt like Hollow closed in the third round with that different type of approach, which I've never really seen before, and I liked. Shoot the fair one. How about the car shoot?
That was nice.
I loved it.
That was nice. This is what I'm saying about Holla the Don. He consistently has the ability to beat anybody that's in front of him. He don't lose many battles, and he has that distinct ability that where it comes down to the crunch time, there's some players who's good in the first, second, and third quarter, and then there's fourth quarter players. Holla the Don is a fourth quarter player. He picked up on everything from interviews he's seen to this, that, and the third to
he's petty in a good way. I've been saying this in a good way.
You know what I'm saying? But Rock had some petty moments where I don't know if it was the second or the third. And he was like, I think it was the second round where he told him, I hope you feed the homeless to your homeless yourself.
Oh, that was second. That was beautiful.
Real clever. That was all part of the second. But Hollow's pettiness, is there, and it filters throughout the battle. So when you look at this battle overall, Hollow I feel like he clearly got the third. You know what I mean? I think the only round that can really be debated is the first. This battle comes down to the first round. So whichever direction you go, that I'm not even mad at, is who won the battle.
There you have it. I'm looking forward to next SM7. Again, I can't be too mad, and I want to praise y'all for this, because what I've been hearing is that we always get mad at time limits. They had a conference call about the time limits. So this is all between the battle rappers now. So everything is placed on the battle rappers, and half of y'all didn't bring it and half of y'all did. Next year I want a better turnout. That's my final take though.
Final take, like you said, the event overall, it was good, decent, in that area, that battle, the last battle. This is one of those events where the main event was a main event. Now if the main event would have been anything less than what it was, like when Rex Battle Shine, Summer Madness fails. But, it turned out to be a good main event, and I actually can't wait to see this battle come out on cam, and I'm sure it's going to be debated amongst many people.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are going to have Holla.
We gonna revisit this.
A lot of people are going to have Rock.
The tit for tat line, he said that, he said this. We gonna touch it again.
So, but it's great.
That's it. Champion!
I be there, mama. They know who I am, mama. Still your little boy. To them, I'm the man, mama. Smile a bit. I shook a couple hands, mama. I'm getting there. I made a couple bands, mama.